Hi everyone, my name is Jharna. Welcome back to my channel Journalist. So this time I'm here with an extempo kind of video to basically share with you some of our recommended books for toddlers and preschoolers. Amazon Prime Day is going on through this weekend here in India, which makes it a great time to indulge in some book shopping for the kiddos. My boys are 8 now and they've been reading full-fledged age-appropriate novels since over 2 years. They absolutely love books and I'm so happy I get to share this passion with them. On my Instagram, I always get a lot of questions related to book recommendations for kids and how to develop a habit of reading and love for books. Now, I won't say there is an exact formula, but exposing children to a wide variety of books from their early years definitely helps. I'll link down below in the description box to a post I'd written on how to raise a reader, and in this video, I'll share with you some of our favorite books for the early years. Links to all the books will also be in the description box. So let's begin. Sandra Boynton is a much-loved author and illustrator who is particularly renowned for her board books. And my boys absolutely loved the Going to Bed book, and we would kick off our bedtime story session with it practically every night. The rhyming words, the animals, and the funny bedtime routine kind of struck a chord with them, I guess. Both toddlers and preschoolers love repetition when it comes to books. They'll often have a particular book which they will identify with and ask you to read it again and again and again. And while this might be really boring for you as a parent, it actually does really good for your child. Another author that the boys were really fond of back in the day was Eric Carle. Eric Carle books are available in paperbacks and board books. He's most well known for The Very Hungry Caterpillar, but some of his lesser known books that my boys really enjoyed were The Bad-Tempered Ladybird, The Very Lonely Firefly, and The Very Busy Spider. With both his words and his pictures, his books manage to capture the imagination of kids at different levels. Oliver Jeffers was another favorite author, and he has several great books, and Adyantan Nirbhay in particular liked How to Catch a Star. It introduces ideas like having dreams and aspirations, and the illustrations are lovely as well. Moving on to Maurice Sendak's classic, Where the Wild Things Are. This is actually a very simple book with captivating illustrations, but there's truly something magical about it, and it has this ability to speak to little kids. Another book I'd like to mention is the board book, Hands Are Not for Hitting. This is a great read for toddlers who don't understand why using your hands for hitting isn't okay, and they're able to pictorially see what they can actually use their hands for. Absolutely no list of books for young children can be complete without mentioning Julia Donaldson. She's not only our favorite but also a universal favorite for toddlers and preschoolers, and honestly speaking, I still love reading her books. If you haven't introduced these to your child yet, now is the time. There's just something about her prose and the ideas behind them that is fantastic. Amazon has a bag set of 10 Julia Donaldson books. There's a Prime Day deal for it, and I would strongly suggest to bag that bag set right now. It has a lot of our favorites, starting from the most popular Gruffalo and Gruffalo's Child. Adyantan Nirbhay had both somehow memorized these books when they were just 3 years old, from start to finish, and they obviously didn't know how to read them then, but they would hold the book and just parrot everything and turn the pages at the exact place. And it was just so funny to watch.
No Gruffalo should ever set foot in the deep dark wood. Why not? Why not? Because if you do, the big brown house will be after you. I met him once at the Gruffalo. I met him a long time ago. What it looks like. Tell us that. Is it teeny big and teeny bad? I can't quite remember, said Gruffalo. He thought for a minute and scratched his head. The big bad mouth is terribly strong, and his skinny tail is terribly long. His eyes are like pools of terrible fire, and his table whiskers are tougher than wire.
Then there is my personal favorite, The Room on the Broom. Absolutely never got bored of rereading this one out aloud. All her other books are equally enjoyable as well. Charlie Cook's Favorite Book, Paper Dolls, The Smartest Giant in Town, Cave Baby, Squash and Squeeze, Tyrannosaurus Trip, Snail in the Whale. The Julia Donaldson book we actually first introduced to the boys was Monkey Puzzle, which we got a board book of. This one is just so heartwarming. I could speak about Julia Donaldson all day, but let's move on now. For preschoolers who are in the process of learning to read, I'd suggest stock up on the Osborne Phonics readers. There is a great Prime Day deal going on for a box set of 20 books for just $9.40. Definitely worth it. For early readers, you can also pick up Ladybird Books. They have a bunch of them in different levels, so start with level 1 and move up. These are short and easy to accomplish for kids starting out. There are a lot of other books for early readers like Rise and Shine books and Macmillan books, but some more that we personally like to recommend are the beginner books that includes books by Dr. Seuss, P.D. Eastman, J. Hamilton Ray. They will all have the Dr. Seuss logo on them over here, that you can see over here. Now some of our favorites are of course the classic, The Cat in the Hat. Can't go wrong with this one. This is an absolute favorite of kids since 60 years I'm told. Yeah, and then there is Squirrels on Skis. This is a really fun read. And we have Fred and Ted's Road Trip. There are more in the Fred and Ted series and they're all equally fun. Snow by P.D. Eastman. And Are You My Mother? This is quite touching. I love this one especially. There's also Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, a book I think I read every Christmas when I was a kid. All the books in this series are just a lot of fun to read and are guaranteed to give your kid the giggles. If your children are Disney fans, then they will surely enjoy the Disney Junior and Disney Pixar Storybook collections, which feature characters from all their favorite cartoon and animated series, be it Mickey and Friends, Cars, Nemo, Toy Story and others. I'm now going to move on to Indian books, but before that, I'd just like to request you to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon if you haven't already. I really do need your support and encouragement to continue sharing useful videos. Also, let me know in the comments what is your toddlers or preschoolers' absolute favorite book. So coming to Indian books for little ones, I'm going to first mention the Amma Tell Me series by Bhakti Mathur. If you want to introduce your children to Indian festivals and mythology, then the Tell Me series is a great buy. What I like about Bhakti's books compared to the many other Indian mythology books for children is that the meaning behind the festival or tradition or deity is explained in a way that is nuanced, layered and yet totally understandable by a child as young as 3. One of our favorites is Amma Tell Me About Diwali. Another mythology book that I'd recommend is The Story of Hanuman by Maya Dalal. And the reason this one stands out is because it keeps kids engaged with activities and games, like a maze when Hanuman is in Lanka. So it's quite fun. When it comes to Indian children's literature, we have to speak about Tulika Books. So Tulika is a publishing house and they have a vast number of cute, short, interesting titles that are by Indian authors and they're set in an Indian context. They do have books in Hindi and in selected regional languages as well. And I'm going to quickly share a few of our favorites. One of course is Gajapati Kulapati. I think all toddlers love this funny and sweet story of an elephant who has caught the sniffles. Then there is a series of books by Radhika Chadha, which centers around a group of animal friends in the forest. They very subtly introduce ideas about friendship, problem resolution, and coexistence in a way that toddlers will enjoy. So there is I'm So Sleepy, Color Color Kamini, Malipu Where Are You, Snoring Shanmugan, and a couple of others. I'm also going to mention Pratham Books, even though these books are difficult to find on Amazon, but because I didn't want to leave them out of an exhaustive list of books for young children. Pratham is another Indian publisher for kids, and they have color-coded books based on levels of reading. So level 1 and level 2 are the yellow and red books which are best suited to preschoolers. Pratham books are affordable, they come in English, Hindi and some regional languages, and you can order them directly from Pratham or find them in selected bookstores. Yet another Indian publisher for children is Tara Books, and they have a lot of well thought out and constructed books, including some by the much loved author Anushka Ravishankar. One of our favorites is Catch That Crocodile. Its plot and its rhyming words are just very entertaining. A non-fiction book that I'd strongly recommend is Shruti Singhal's My Little Body book. It talks about and illustrates the difference between girls' and boys' bodies in an age-appropriate way for young children. It also deals with good touch and bad touch and provides children with examples of how not only to protect their own body, but also respect the body of their peers. It really encourages open conversation with your kids, and it helps little kids in understanding how to set healthy boundaries when it comes to their own bodies. At the moment, I think this has gone out of stock on Amazon, but I definitely think you should add this to your cart and snag it once it's back in stock.
Come on, get up, get on your way. We have a lot to do today.
I really hope you liked all my recommendations and are able to get a few good deals on Amazon. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if this video was helpful. Until next time, stay safe and take care.